I'm David Lever, Breezy Ryder. Today, I'm going to show you how to take your Breezy Ryder and install it on your seat so you can start enjoying the most amazing ride you've ever had on your Goldwing. So to start with, you're going to take the seat off of your bike using the manual to follow the directions on the best way to do that. Once you have your seat off your bike, you're going to take your Breezy Ryder and the cover and the seat, and you're going to line up everything. First thing you'll do is make sure your 2 points on the front of the seat are where they're supposed to be, nice and lined up. You're going to put this point down here on the bottom lined up on both sides. And then you're going to make sure you're centered over your backrest and centered on the back, right in the center on the back as well. Once you get all that centered, you're going to pull your string just a little bit. But before you pull it any more, you're going to take the string right on the front and put it behind the hook on the front of your seat. Once you've done that, you can pull it a little bit more. Make sure you're under each point and edge as you go around and you keep pulling it in, so that what this does is pull everything nice and straight. Once you examine the top and you're sure all your pads are lined up, then you flip it over. Pull it good and snug. Now take your 2 straps. You're going to disconnect them, run it through any of the 3 holes. I usually go towards the back. You're going to pull it good and snug underneath. Make sure you're even on each side, because if you're even on the bottom, you'll be even on the top. And this one, you're going to do the same. You're just going to pull this. Now, once you've done that, make sure everything's even and under the edges like this. And then you're going to pull the string. You're going to untie it when it's been put together. We have to tie them together to make sure the cord does not disappear up into the, what I call the skirt, the part that goes underneath the seat. And you're going to loop this around. You loop it around twice, it's a little bit easier to hold in place while you're getting everything else in place. Make sure everything's even again and pull it under the edges, because that's what makes it look really tight and pretty on top. Pull this tight one more time. If you have somebody else around that can hold the knot, that really helps out. And then we just take this, I do a 1 loop and just tie it down good and tight. Flip it over, and it looks like everything looks perfect. It's ready to put back on the bike. I go ahead and put an extra loop in the other piece of cord just so that you don't have that extra string, and tuck it away. And now you're ready to put your seat back on your Goldwing. When you do that, follow the manual, but except for keep in mind you want to do it from the back to the front, the whole install. You want to make sure that these 2 edges are caulked, along with this right here too. When you push it into the back, when you get that locked into the back, you're probably going to have to hit the seat a couple of times to make sure it's all the way back. This edge will line up right with the handle. And then go ahead and put these 2 screws in on each side. You've got one coming in from each side. You're going to do that next. Tighten those down, and then finally you're going to knock the post into place. Once you do that, it's going to be beautifully set on the bike, just like this one here is behind me. Once again, thank you for trying the Breezy Ryder. I'm sure you're going to be glad you did.